Arteezy came forward, lost his BKB. They're going to try and chain stun him down. Zai's actually been hit, and there goes immediately. The black hole's gone. Arteezy couldn't even get off his ultimate. DK Phobos left to S4. They've already taken 2. Can they get more? FNG gets popped by S4, but S4 is being controlled by G. He gets taken out. God, Puppy, he's going to be able to get away. No, he couldn't TP out in time. Eldon, he's going to go down to the right clicks of the illusions from the wall. Sadly, the carry of Virtus Pro falls, but it's still a great fight for VP.
Yeah, they get G to neutral, Bloodstone charges. They get a lot of kills out of that. I mean, looking at the fight recap, it's almost a 2.5k network swing, and it's only Kuro right now that's at top lane to defend that. He wasted a BKB charge from Artur. He didn't get his ultimate off, and they do have buybacks, but you want to force those at this point.
Yeah, one of the best things about winning that fight for VP was that it was right in front of Team Secret's base. You can go immediately to pushing down these tier 3 towers, working it up. Kuro just charges right in there. There's the vacuum, but Kuro's still going to be popped by this Orchid, and G has enough mana to be able to jump out if he needs to. He wants the tier 3 tower first. In fact, he might want Zai as well. Oh no, they've actually lost 2. G immediately TP's out. Lil to follow him. Arteezy couldn't get there in time for the Lucent Beam to stop that TP out. So 23-18 Virtus Pro. They need this win in game number 2 to stay alive in the International. And they do get a gigantic objective in that tier 3 at the top lane.
Yeah, Illidan having that Hex allowed him to deal so much damage. He just cut through Zai so quickly, was able to Hex him up, unable to do anything after that point. DK Phobos has all the mobility items in the world. Your Storm Spirit has a full BKB now, and this is going to allow him to not get Hexed up during the Shadow Shaman timing. I would have still liked to see the Hex, but I think in this time in particular, they know that Puppy doesn't have the black hole, so going for the BKB is fine here. That means that VP just go for it right now.
No waiting, Virtus Pro already charging down that middle lane. Not waiting out another Aegis. They actually do have, is that the complete? Yep, complete Aghanim Scepter for FNG. And he almost has level 3 Laguna Blade on top of that.
Secret, how many buybacks do they actually have? I think it's only the Enigma? Yeah, it's only the Enigma. Everybody else bought out.
S4 will have his. He's only missing 100 gold for it, so he should be able to get a 3-man vacuum. Nice wall on top of that. Sonic Wave goes off, but VP are still taking enough to survive through this. Illidan will drop a little low thanks to that Orchid, but he's still able to get out. Secret desperately need to try and chase down these heroes, but they can't overextend. VP are ready for a response. In fact, now they've caught S4. Yule Scepter, Light Strike Array, trying to burst him down as fast as possible. S4 does go down. He does not have the buyback. There goes DK Phobos! And goes 5-on-2! Trying to pop Arteezy to get Puppy as well. Kuro's now going to be caught on top of Light Strike Array, and Team Secret may have just fallen apart in this team fight as they don't get anybody out of VP. Puppy's already bought back. Zai going to be able to get another 3-man vacuum, but Puppy's locked down by these familiars. He turns around, but God surges forward with the Fissure on top. They will be able to get this kill. Cryptic Guard be damned, but they're all low. Zai has to make a big play right here. He managed to pick up 1 already, but Zai gonna get turned around up by the 3. A Virtus Pro triple kill. Team Secret get wiped inside of their own base.
And nobody from Secret at this point have a buyback. They're just gonna have to wait this out. 59 gold remains for that Queen of Pain buyback. VP don't have the strongest tower hitting team, so they have to get a lot out of this right now. They might just be able to go for a double set of racks. Even if you just walk away with the range barracks at this point, it's well worth it for them, as this is going to mean a lot in terms of net worth. After that fight alone, they're up 10k. They're going to get this tier 3 tower minimum. The tower's going to follow, and S4's not going to buy back, so this is probably going to mean double racks.
Team Secret, 2 racks down by 37 minutes. It's rather early on into the game. Virtus Pro has so many items to pick up once they go back to base. Team Secret actually hoping to be able to catch somebody here with S4 jumping forward. Popping the BKB, going straight for Illidan, but there goes that Aghanim Scepter. S4 is actually dropped a little low. God turns around instead of going for S4. He wants to pick up Kuro, make sure there's no disables there, and does get him. Arteezy chasing down FNG, but he couldn't even get that much. Now slowed down by the Rod of Eight Toes, side device. They're going to try and get the damage necessary. DK Phobos turns on to S4. Yule Scepter there, and Familiar. He needs it. 11 HP, can't quite get it, but Arteezy, he's fighting up against DK Phobos, who makes a quick retreat with a Blink Dagger.
S4's gonna go for this.
This is dangerous. If he wants it, he's got to play it perfectly, and he does decide to back himself away. They killed Illidan and only lost Kuro for it, so they got something, but it's still 2 racks down.
I mean, they didn't get enough out of the retreat for Team Secret to really get themselves back into this game. The Storm Spirit has a fully completed Shiva's Guard if he wants, almost a fully completed Hex. He's going to go for that. 17 Bloodstone charges. You've got the level 3 ultimate on FNG with that Aghanim Scepter. You saw the Queen of Pain blink in, get Aghanim Scepter zapped by that Laguna Blade, instantly had to fall back. They can't really stop G anymore. And they need the BKB on Puppey to be able to succeed in a fight for once. This tier 2 tower bottom is even real low.
And even if Team Secret can hold Arteezy choosing to go for the S and Y, that's very much an item that is worth something right now, but will not be worth that much later on into the game. This is very much focused on just staying alive. This will definitely slow down the carry potential of Arteezy for now. VP are just going to collect their next round of items, it seems. G is actually only 20 gold away from his Scythe of Vice that we talked about. And Illidan completed the BKB.
They're going to run into each other.
They're actually going to go for this one. Smoked up Team Secret. This is going to be the end here. As the jump in, already grabbing Puppey, orking it up. They're going to try and burst him down. No black hole opportunities, but he gets away with the Glimmer Cape. Now the Global Silence goods laid down. Crow's going to fall to God. And Arteezy gets zapped by FNG, who turns around and gets the Light Strike Array. They chain stun down S4. Now Illidan, he's going to be able to fight up against Arteezy as well. Picks up that kill. GG! Virtus Pro will take game number 2 and keep their hopes alive in this tournament.
Just masterfully played by them. That Roche Pit fight where they were able to keep things going, to get the Aegis multiple times on G, just outplaying Secret when it mattered. And I mean, that was about as close as it gets. That top fight cemented things for them, but Virtus Pro, well played, and this was a team victory. There was no real standout player here. Everybody just collectively worked together for this one.
Absolutely. Virtus Pro showing what their true strengths are. Mid-game team fights and the teamwork that embodies that. Very well played. And we're going to have a game number 3, but we pass it off now to our analysts to talk about that epic game 2.
Very good. Yes, absolutely epic game in game 2. And Team Secret find themselves at 1-1. Well played, Virtus Pro, coming back into that one. We've also got a new face on our panel as well. It's very nice to see you, Fogged. Thank you for joining us. How you doing?
Doing all right.
Yeah, you must be, in one way, obviously disappointed at not making the main tournament, but on the other hand, you must be thrilled at the way the wildcard team's playing, because it kind of puts you in a better light, right?
I guess so, right?
Yeah.
You could say that.
Yeah.
No, CDAC is, of course they're playing amazing, but just being here and being able to watch the games is incredible, so I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. How much of that game did you manage to watch? You get all of that?
I got to watch every single part of it.
We've got a clip, actually, from 35 minutes, which sort of sums up where it all went wrong for Secret. It was earlier than that it went wrong, but this is bad for Secret. This is where they were completely outclassed, outplayed.
Should be able to get a 3-man vacuum. Nice wall on top of that. Sonic Wave goes off, but VP are still taking enough to survive through this. Illidan will drop a little low thanks to that Orchid, but he's still able to get out.
Very nice reset.
Desperately need to try and chase down these heroes. But
I think this was the complete team wipe as well.
Yeah. In fact,
they force the wards out, then they just they make them force them out of their base, and then overcommit by Secret. And then beautiful play by Phobos.
Do you think that Secret at all thought that VP wouldn't pick Silence again, considering how it's fared for them in the past few games?
I don't know. VP's the only team that's really picked it here. Right. They didn't seem. I don't think that they show any fear. They just pick it no matter what. So I don't know. I think Secret should have probably predicted that. They just did such a good job of shutting down Arteezy in this game.
Well, we have seen one of the weaknesses of Luna, and I actually think that the Visage pick was a huge. I know you're a huge Visage fan yourself. Why is that hero not picked more often?
I mean, it depends on really the player. If you really enjoy playing it, and if it's like your niche pick, and that's really what Lil loves to play. We see him play it all the time, and he plays it phenomenal.
There was a nice little stat in the middle of that game. How relevant this is, but Crimson Guard on Puppey. Apparently, he's never lost a game when he's used Crimson Guard on Enigma. But strike that one off the records.
Yeah,
that one's gone.
His build-up was interesting, though. He rushed Glimmer Cape, I think it was, and then, he went the Vanguard first, right? And then into the Glimmer? Well, either way, he let the Dark...
I mean, he definitely went Glimmer, that's for sure.
Yeah, he let the Darkseer build up the mech, which is really nice, and then he went Tranquil Boots, and he moved around trying to make space for the Luna to try to catch up, and the rotations were perfect. You saw S4 clean up, he gets a triple kill bottom extremely early, Arteezy ports, uses Eclipse, gets killed, but S4 had such a great game, you thought that it was going to be enough for Arteezy to catch up, but they just kept running right at him, punish him continuously, and ended up working out really well for them.
It was relatively even in the early game, Merlini, and where do you think the key point was for Secret? Where did they really lose this?
I mean, it's just the coordination of VP and the team fights. They shut down the Queen of Pain, as we saw in that last fight with the Global Silence. And, I mean, they had a similar lineup in game number 1 where it's like, okay, if they ever get to the point where it's 5-on-5 team fight, VP generally drafts a way stronger lineup, and their coordination is really good with the heroes that they pick for themselves, which is why they utilize Silencer a lot. So, I don't know. I think Secret expected to be able to push down a lot harder and then kind of secure map control and play around VP instead of into them.
Definitely didn't work out. What were your thoughts, Wins, overall?
I think RTZ got shut down too hard as well. Like the Enigma didn't really pay off. It was a very risky pick as well because he weakened the lanes and they didn't get enough for the carry, and he was just way too poor in that game.
Anything? What stood out to you?
The Enigma pick, I think, was interesting. We were talking about it up in the suite about, okay, so you've got Luna who desperately needs farm, can't get by with a bad start, and then you have like Enigma as well. And people were saying that that Enigma wasn't really there for the black hole so much as all the other utility that he gives you. But I still think some of the black holes were good, or you can lock down Storm and stuff like that. But I just think overall VP executed way better than Secret in that game.
Okay. Apparently, I think we have a new team lineup for Virtus Pro. I don't know whether we can show that. Can we? Yeah, there we go. Look, it's on the right hand side over there.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
That looks so good.
I've always wondered what you would look like.
So have I, Paul.
With
hair
hair like that. It's gorgeous, frankly, Ted.
Well,
Dreams. Only dreams.
See,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you upset people in production.
hey,
What did you do to them?
I said they could do that. I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah. They checked with me first. They were very polite. I would have just done it.
Yeah, no, see, nice guy productions. So let's look forward to the third game then. Malini, in terms of the draft, have we got any feels for how FNG's drafted in those first two? Any mistakes that you may have seen? Anything that you can think that he's done positively? And how's he going to change that for game two?
I think it's just a matter of who drafts too greedily. In the first game, it was way too greedy. We were like, okay, Duso, there's a reason why no one picks Duso. She can't do anything before like 30 generally. And then that game, we saw the Enigma and the Luna. And again, a lot of times we just see teams trade farm for farm, and Secret's used to maybe opponents not trying to contest